Hi, have you ever wondered what the 400-year-old Charminar looks like before the rest of the world wakes up? It's 5 a.m. right now, and the Hyderabad winter is at its peak. The air is biting, the wind is freezing, and the city is wrapped in a thick morning. But I am out here on my cycle to find out. From my handlebar of the cycle to the horizon, you will get first person perspective, what we call POV, point of view of the city, early morning beauty, as I navigate these empty, silent roads. But there is a specific reason I am braving this chilly morning and heading there, as this hover a piece of history surrounding the Charminar that most of the tourists completely miss. So you will want to stay until we reach the monument to see exactly what I found and why this freezing ride was absolutely worth it. No, don't think that I am gonna say about the history of Charminar. I do acknowledge that I have visited Charminar so many times since I was a kid, but honestly, I realized that I barely know the real story hidden in its wall. Thanks to the cycling community and two local experts, Dev Bhai and Mohammed Bhai, they are gonna share the history about Charminar today.
Before we talk about Charminar, let's talk about Gulzar. Okay. So, what you see here is a fountain. Okay. Before we get to the fountain, we have to understand the dynamics of Hyderabad. So, Hyderabad was initially the kingdom was based out of Golconda Fort. Okay, and then the Muhammad Quli Qutub Shah decided that he has to move from Golconda Fort, have a bigger place for his citizens. And then he zeroed in on all this place called Hyderabad. And then what happened is he developed this area. Charminar that you see there was constructed in the 16th century, 1591 to be precise. The construction started it just took 2 years to construct. So 1588 or 89, the construction started, and by 1591, the construction has been completed. Okay. Now, We'll talk about Charminar more. But if you see the 4 arches, right? All the 4 arches are on the south side of Charminar. That is fun fact. And all the 4 arches signify each of the directions. Another interesting thing. If you see this area, you will see lot of Gujarati and Marwadi businesses. Yes, if you walk little bit there on both sides, right? Do you know why?
They migrated or something.
Huh?
They migrated from
No,
Rajasthan.
migration, but why were they asked to migrate? Somebody should give them permission to come now. It's not like today कि मैं कहीं भी घुस जाऊं. Huh? That day was a more controlled.
They bought pearls, sir.
Pearls, yes, you're close. Simple. Don't overthink. It's a very simple answer. It is because the queen used to pass by these gates. So the Nizam wanted his Begum to have richness on both the sides. So he got these traders from Kutch, Gujarat, and other regions to come and set up their businesses on both the sides. So back in those days, both the sides were having jewelry shops. So when the queen used to pass, both the sides she could shop if she wanted, and lot of affluence and richness on both. So lot of the shops that you see on both the sides are, past, maybe as old as Charminar. Generations and generations and generations of families are just continuing the business. And that is why you will see lot of old art. You see, look at the building, look at the windows. They're all not traditional and modern. Some of these buildings are as old as similar architecture you will see in Rajasthan. Wherever you have Marwadi and Gujarati businesses, this is typical of them from those, not today. Those days, this is how they used to sell. Each of the arch is around 60 feet high, 36 feet wide, and 6 feet thickness. Okay? It is so tall because in those days the kings used to pass on elephants. Each elephant had that ambari, the decoration or the seat on top of the elephant, and there used to be an umbrella under which the king used to sit. So elephant itself is quite tall, and uske upar agar aap, if you keep all those decoration, it becomes taller. So for the elephant to walk without them dismantling anything or getting down from the elephant, the artist can. చేద్దామని ఇంత స్పీడ్ వస్తున్నా ఈ సైకిల్ Charminar. The word Charminar means 4 minars in Hindi. There are 4 minarets. 1, 2, 3, 4. So when Mohammed Qutub Shah decided to, establish the city of Hyderabad in the 16th century, the first thing he did was to construct Charminar. Okay. Now there are various theories about why Charminar was constructed. A most popular theory, most popular documented fact is there was a plague in the city of Hyderabad. Plague caused by rats, right? The disease plague. Many people lost their lives in the plague. So Charminar was constructed by Mohammed Qutub Shah in the memory of those whose lives were lost in the plague. That is a popular documented theory. There is another theory that also said that the construction of Charminar coincided with the second millennium of the Islam calendar. That is a second, another theory that goes on. See, nobody actually knows why, but general understanding is these two facts. A more popular fact is the plague. It is plague really happened, and many people see back then we didn't have a lot of advancement in science. We didn't have a lot of advancements in how food was stored, and rats were many in number because of agriculture and other reasons. We didn't have pesticides and all that back then. So plague was a disease for which there was no cure. many countries in the world, including Europe, if you go back and read history, Europe was also plagued by plague. Okay, so
It was reported 150,000
Yeah.
dead in only just Paris.
okay. So many countries in the world are affected. Now, of course, there is no plague as far as I know, and there is a cure for it. But back then, no. So most accepted fact is that Charminar was constructed to remember the people who lost their lives. Now, the beauty of the monument is each of the four minars. Now you can't go right in the top. The king could, the Nizam or the Mohammed if he goes to the topmost of each of the minars, he can see all the four directions of the city without any obstacle. The field of play. So people could see if there was an invasion. Somebody was going to invade. The whole big line of sight was very clear. Now you can't. Now you are not even allowed to. Even if you can, you cannot see very far because of buildings and others. Another fact about Charminar is it is constructed to the east of the city. And Charminar back then was the center of Hyderabad. This was also a very important trade route connecting the port city of Machlipatam. A lot of trade used to happen. Another fact that many don't know about Charminar. The height of Charminar is around 57 to 60 feet. Each pillar is supposed to be around 47 feet. The foundation is supposed to be around 30 feet deep. And we will do that tour separately, but there are very few clocks in Hyderabad that still work. One of the clocks is the Charminar.
Charminar?
Clock, sir.
Clock, okay, clock.
So like this, we have clock towers across the city.
Okay.
आपने देखा होगा सिकंदराबाद साइड में क्लॉक टावर करके जगह है next to the station. That is still like that. We have around 9 to 12 clocks in the city. 3 of them are very near Charminar. This is one of them. We will do that tour separately. Okay, another clock, very famous clock is in Mohammed market. When you go back, you see there will be a clock in Mohammed market working condition. Sound. Another clock is in Secunderabad Monda market.
Chowmala Palace will be.
Chaumala Palace. So this people could see the time. Watch तो सब नहीं पहनते थे ना तब. We didn't have wrist watches. One sundial बोलते थे.
Sundial.
Depending on the shadow of the sun, you can see how the day is progressing. That was one way to do it. Science advanced, clock stuck. Considered to the east of Moose River also has lot of history. We will do a separate Lard.
So this is also called chudi bazar.
Yeah. There are many Lard Bazar or Churi Bazar as popularly known. What is popular about this market is as old as Charminar. What I was telling is Make in India came recently. But Make in Hyderabad इतने सालों से चल रहा है. Sorry. अंदर. As sir was telling, everything is manufactured in this small road. This road is around a kilometer long. And most of the shops on both the sides are generation after generation after generation.
Right.
Like sir just said 70 years. Most of us are not even that old in this group. Not yet. He's young, he's young. Sir, मैंने most of us बोला, exception है. तो मैं क्या कह रहा हूँ? इतना history है इस जगह का, ठीक है? तो traditionally, also if you relate to what I said, because the queen had to come like this to Chowmahalla Palace, she needed a place to shop. Okay, so in addition to the Gujarati and Marwadi traders who were invited by the Nizam to set up their shop back then, this also started bustling with active bangles. And because bangles, if you look at the culture in the north, शादी में जोड़ा पहनते हैं ना, मतलब यहाँ तक. If you have seen the North Indian weddings, so a lot of Gujarati and Marwadi businessmen, they established their shops here. So उनके शादी के लिए they needed bangles. तो यहाँ बनने लगे. तो चूड़ी बाजार, आजकल वो ग्लास बैंगल्स भी मिलते हैं, वो भी यहीं बनता है, ठीक है, ग्लास ग्लास
Glass, हाँ.
चूड़ी चूड़ी,
Correct.
yeah, the thin ones, right?
Yeah.
Green multicolor you get, you
Yeah.
give it in आजकल modern tradition, वो क्या बोलते हैं, मेहंदी, शादी के पहले मेहंदी में you put, right? आजकल 5 days wedding होता है ना, तो एक 1 days
For Mandy.
1 days for mehendi and putting bangles, right? Many cultures do that. So that is the story of, there is a restoration that is happening of Lord Bazaar, Chudi Bazaar. Republic Day, Independence Day, and in the holy month of
ऐसा भी
Ramzan,
मिलेगा.
Charminar Street. Okay, so don't miss a visit to Charminar early in the morning before sunrise, so that you can see the illumination. Very beautiful.
I mean, in
Halim
whole night
Khan
it won't sleep.
You don't see.
In Ramadan for complete 30 days,
Yes.
30 days Hyderabad will be more brighter than day in the night.
And
More brighter.
if you come in the evening when the fast is breaking, they actually arrange a public community. People go table लगाते हैं, tables from Gulzar House fountain till the Musi.
Food, free.
Tables
free
free.
distribution.
They'll organize tables for people who are not able to
who are not
afford.
able to afford, yeah.
They come and eat like dates and fruits. I mean, sir,
Yeah. Iftari.
Yeah.
And a little bit about the spot we are staying, nobody knows in Hyderabad. It's one of the richest, not high-tech city is the richest.
Yeah.
Here, not only bangles, date back then, we call it as a Junagadh and a Kundan jewelry.
Yeah.
Have you saw in the museum, there is a mango,
Correct.
pincham and all those things.
Yeah.
Actually, those are all artifact crafted from Jaipur, Kundan and
Yeah.
so, but Nizam brought all those people here and he used to manufacture from here and they used to export from here.
Right.
And my factory is just 200 meters away from here.
क्या बात?
And
आपका भी ज्वेलरी
yes, my factory is there, here and two places. So, from here, just like Surat diamond, here gold items will be manufactured. So, from here,
What about pearls? Hyderabad pearls.
Hyderabad pearls
Pearl
also
market
from,
कहाँ है इधर? वो भी
here,
famous.
This is
all
the
these
pearl
are-
market.
This is the pearl
These
market.
are the complete. from
Original
here to-
was here.
Here.
Original, everything started from here.
Yeah.
Then it expanded, all your Mangatrai pearls and
Yeah.
Krishna, Sri Krishna pearls and all that. Start यहाँ से, अभी भी शॉप लगेगा आपको, सामने जाएंगे तो मंगतराय pearls का ओरिजिनल शॉप है,
हाँ.
ठीक है, बट वो एक्सपैंड हो गया, पर स्टार्ट यहीं से हुआ है, ठीक है.
Even for royal weddings like Ottoman Kingdom,
Ottoman, yeah.
Ottoman Kingdom,
Caliphate.
it's one of the top kingdom in the
Persian
world.
Empire, yeah.
No, not Persian. Persian is
Ottoman.
the
No,
different.
not Persian. Prussia बोलते हैं जर्मनी को पहले. Ottoman Empire वो.
Turkey.
वही.
We call it a Constantinople.
Constantinople.
It's the capital city of the
Turkey.
capital
Turkey
city of the
yeah,
world.
yeah.
So for them, jewelry is made from here.
Here.
So they are very very popular.
Actually, the last Nizam's wife is the Princess Zahra or somebody.
No,
She is
Niloufar.
Niloufar.
Niloufar
He is
is
from the Ottoman last descendant.
last Caliph's daughter.
Yeah, last Caliph's
Two
daughter.
people, yeah. Niloufar and so from here, if you come here on Friday, you will see complete West Bengal. It's not Hyderabad. Because all my workers, 60 employees from West Bengal only. And you see even small rooms, you will have kgs of gold here. Small
And everybody
manufacturing.
is ethically very
Yeah,
good.
it's a very richest
Very
place.
rich, very rich.
Very rich.
दिखता नहीं है, but very. That is why Bhagyanagar, Bhagyalakshmi. So many stories to this place, right?
I mean, normally every day trade could be 100 kgs or 200 kgs from here. Definitely.
Gold.
Yeah, gold. Yeah. Export from here.
ठीक है. I think that's all we have for today. Any questions?